So have you guys created the trial account?
Yes, Karan. We have created the trial account, but didn't create those instances unknown.
Okay. So do you want me to tell them? Okay, I'll tell in the second half of
Yeah, if you can guide us that way.
I'll tell in the second half of the session. So today I'll just explain some concept and after that I'll move on to go.
Okay.
So today I'll create one more flow. So I'll explain about the converters today. So that's why I've created an iFlow with name converters. Converters in the sense, so if you want to convert the data from one format to other format, we have the predefined standard converters given by SAP. So for training purpose, I can explain you on XML, JSON, CSV, I mean all vice versa, from XML to JSON, JSON to CSV, CSV to XML, all these things. For EDA messages, I mean, we need EDA message, we do not have that one. So whatever the feasibility we are having, I'll explain on that. Okay. So here, if you want to go to the converters, so I think content modifier I have completed, right? If I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
So that's why we'll move on to the next topic, which is called converters. So converters means basically like a source will be sending in one format and target will be expecting another format in most of the cases, right? So in such cases, we I mean when we want to convert from the XML to JSON, JSON to XML, such things we have the standard converters provided by the SAP already. Okay, we don't write any code and all. We can just make use of this converter. So for converters, you can see it here. If you go here, you'll have 6 converters. So we will see one by one how to do that. Okay. So except 1 or 2, most of the things are standard. It's pretty straightforward. So we'll take one by one and I'll show how to, I mean, how it looks in the real time. Okay. So for that, I'll remove this. I'll show in CPI itself. I'll enable the timer. I'll put the timer here and then connect to the end message. So now the input message, for giving the input message, I'm using a content modifier. Okay. So I'm using a content modifier, and what I'm doing here, I'll give the input message. So let us think I'll give some XML message. This is my XML message, very basic XML message. Okay, which is in XML format. You can give these headers, or you don't need to give these headers. It's not required. So I'll just take this one, this part. So in the body, I'm giving this XML message. So now what we are doing, using timer, we will be deploying this CPI flow. Okay. Content modifier given. Now our requirement is to convert this XML message into a JSON message. The first our requirement. Okay. So what we will do, we will make use of this XML to JSON converter. So for that, we can go to content modifier, means message transformers. This palette option is called message transformers. So click on message transformers and click on converters. Here you can see XML to JSON, the last one. So just click on that and place on the line. Okay, I'll just drag a little bit to the left, to the right. So now I can see XML to JSON converter. So I'll maximize this under processing. So no need to change anything. Okay. So only one thing we need to make sure is suppress JSON root element. So what is my suppress JSON root element means? See here, the root element is records. So if you want to suppress this root element, then you can use. Otherwise, it's not required. So now I'm not using any suppress root element. I'm not changing any parameters. So namespace is not required. So I've just disabled this one. So you can see suppress JSON root element. I have removed it. Okay. I will save it as a version 1.0.1, and now I'm deploying it. And to see the output, I'll just duplicate the tab. And go to monitoring. So to see the output, I'll just enable the trace mode for the deployed flow. So to see the deployed flows, we need to go under manage integration content. The successful messages, it will be here. So, but see, we will see the message here. If you see the converters, it is completed, it will be in successful state. But if you go to logs, it will be in info, but we cannot see any information. It is only just information. If you, now our requirement is to, like, we need to see the JSON message. So in order to see the JSON message, I'll go back to the deployed this one. Manage integration content. I can see there are 60 deployed flows. Out of that, 57 are successful, 3 are failure. I'll just click on that. So the latest deployed flows will be always on the top. Okay. So I'm clicking on converters, log configuration, and enable the trace. See, now I have enabled the trace mode. Now I'll just go on deploys. Now let's go back to the web flow. Now the second one will be having the trace mode. Click on end message for message content, payload. Can you see? This is the JSON message. You want to see in a proper format, I'll just show in the JSON beautifier. Just copy this message. So this is JSON message which we have received. Can you see? And this is the XML message which we have given. So now what we have did, we have converted this XML message into this JSON message. If you can see, I have not suppressed the root element, so the root element is also there. If in case, if you want to suppress the root element, just check this one. Not in the content modifier. So just go to XML JSON converter. Just check this one, suppress root element. Okay. For the processing large XML messages, you can enable this streaming option. If you see, as soon as you place the cursor, it will show you. Okay. And deploying it. Now, if you can see a difference, now for this type flow, what you will get, records will not come here. We'll go back. Click on end. Can you see? The root element got suppressed. Depending on the requirement, if you want the root element, you can add. If you don't want the root element, you can suppress. It is just depends on the check option. Okay, you're getting?
Yes, Karan.
Yeah, yes, Karan.
Actually, there is one more advanced option. Let me 1 minute. JSON tools. Just give a minute, guys. There is one more option I want to show that. Yeah, see. So let's discuss the same topic. So now I have explained two things. One is how to get the JSON message with the parent element, how to suppress the parent element like records. Okay. Now I have one more. You would have been aware like about arrays, right? Hello?
Yeah, yes, correct.
So the same concept I just want to say. See, sometimes, let us think and the target, they want this numericals into array. So the JSON message, if it is coming as a string, they don't want in an array. If it's coming as a numerical, they want to be this field as an array. Custom fields. So whatever the numericals are coming, they want it as an array. Like field 2 should be an array, field 4 should be an array. This is our requirement. So for that, earlier what we used to do, we used to write code. We used to write the Groovy script. Okay, we used to read that field 2 manually, and then we used to add the arrays for that. So now we have an advanced feature which is in XML to JSON converter. Okay. See, when you see here, normally you're not able to see that option. So that is why I just checked there just now. So in XML to JSON option, if you see here, see if you enable like this, you'll not see anything. Normally it will be like this. So only what you will think, only if you want namespace, you will see the namespace. If you want this JSON separator, like if it is colon, comma, this one, whatever you want to separate, you can see, right? I have added this colon, this is one. Whatever the separator you want, you can see only these things. But in case if you want to go for the array, you can remember it will be in the option called XML to JSON converter. So only when you enable the streaming. If you enable the streaming, you'll have this option. See, convert XML elements to JSON array. You can see here, right? So if I want to specify, I can have the option like I can specify to all the fields, or I can specify to the only few fields. If I specify to all fields, what will happen? All the fields will be in the array. I'll show you how it will be, how it looks. I'm saving it. And then I'm deploying it. If you can see the difference, I'll put it here itself. See, everything is in array now. All fields got changed into array. Can you see the difference? So if in case I don't want for all the fields, I want for only any specific field. Let us think we want to change only for field 2. So what we can do, enable the streaming, select specified ones, scroll down and click on add. Here you can give the XPath of that element. XPath means again, same, the address of that element. So what is the path we are going to give? So we know the XML message is here. So that will be /records/line/field2. So / always copy and paste because it is always case sensitive. So if even a small mistake, it will create unnecessary issues. So records, line, and field 2. Okay. So now what I did, only for this field, I'm going to change. So I'll just save it as a version. And then I am deploying it. So let me go back to the monitoring. Can you see now complete data got changed? Only for field 2, the data is there. You're able to see the difference. Only for field 2, it will be in an array. Just I'm telling this requirement, you'll get it in the real time. If at all you want to change the normal structure into an array, you can use this, you can make use of this standard option.
Okay.
Clear, right? Till now.
Yeah, Clear.
do you have any questions on this?
No, if you want to make the, let's say, field to as a separate table content, like a deep structure you heard in above, right?
Yes.
Yeah, how can we achieve that here?
Deep structure means under our
Like in field 2, there will be three fields with table type. Like in field 2, there will be multiple records.
okay. Yeah, that way if you want, you can go with message mapping. You need to
Okay.
create XSTs and you need to then generate that one. That you can do. That is separate concept again.
Okay.
You mean like you need to change the structure itself, right?
Yeah, in field 2, the field 2 should be of type table. Like the field 2 holds multiple rows.
Yeah,
Let's say
just
here.
like this. If you want from under field 2, let us think in XML itself, it will be something like row 1, something like that, or name something under field 2. Again, something
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
like subject, something. That I mean, you can change it in message mapping. If you want to change the
Okay.
structure,
Okay.
that you can do it in the message. One complete, I mean, message mapping, again, I mean, it take complete concept. So I'll explain that in detail in message mapping. So don't need to worry about it.
Yeah. Thank you.
So now let's get back to the topic. I click on edit. So now let's what we'll do. We'll copy this XML message, so JSON message. I'm just copying this JSON message. Now ideally what we will do the same concept in the reverse way. We will copy the JSON message and put the message in the JSON. So for that, what I'll do, see, for next, I'll paste it here. I'll replace this XML message, JSON message. Now our input will be a JSON message. Okay. So, but output should be the XML. So for that, I'll remove this converter. It's not required. Again, go to same place, converter. Now it will be JSON to XML. Here it will be just reverse. There we saw like suppressing the root element, right? Here it will like add the root element. If you see, just opposite option. By default, the root element will be by name root. So if you want to change root and just give something like training, something. Okay. If I give this name, you will see how it will reply. So now what will happen? XML message will be created with the root element called training. And here you need to specify the colon, means whatever the source message is coming. So that you need to specify it here. So now whatever the message we gave, the JSON separator is colon. So the same colon, you need to go select it here. You have different options like colon, semicolon, comma, dot, pipe, space, everything we have. So whatever the JSON message is coming, we need to select it here. As it is a colon here, select the same here. Now dragging down, and then you can deploy it. I think trace would have been disabled. Let me go and enable the trace. Now let me deploy it again. Check it here. In the message content. Can you see this is the XML which we have got? I'll just show it in the XML beautifier. Can you see? We have added the root element called training. Earlier what we did, we have suppressed. If you want, we can add. If you don't want, we can suppress. We can do anything. You're getting it?
Yes, correct.
Okay. So now these are all very straightforward. We have two more. Let me move on to the other one quickly. So now let's remove this JSON to XML as well. So there is not much because we do not have any other options. If you want, I'll just go see one if there is any new option. XML. So here we don't have streaming at all, so we don't have any other options. So now I'll see this XML to CSV. Now what I'll do, I'll copy the same XML message. I don't want this records and all, or I'll remove this training. It's not required. It will be records. Okay. So now, so CSV for comma separated file. Okay. So what I'll do in the content modifier, I'll do this XML message now. Okay. In the XML to CSV, it's going to convert into CSV format. Here, when do the identity. Okay, the identity means from where the fields are there. So here it will be like /records/line. So what I'll give will be just copy the records /line. Okay, I'm not going to include. You can include if you want the field names. You can include. So for first testing, I'll include the field name. Field name means this one. Field 1, field 2, field 3 is one. Okay, I'm including it, and now I'll deploy. I'll save as a version. Then I'll deploy. Click on this. The first flow will get. Can you see? The data got converted into CSV file. So the data was this one. Field 1, field 2, field 3, field 4. This is the actual data. So we have removed all those identifiers, given the identifier. So since we have given the field names, you will get it like this. You're getting? See, XML to JSON, it will be simple, but the other way it will be a little tricky. With which one I'm going to explain. When you're doing the same, like CSV to XML, so that will be a little tricky, because for that you need to have an XSD. Because since say for all these things you didn't have all these things, I'll show you. The XSD means. Are you guys aware about XSD?
It is like visual only, right?
Yes, yes. The more like the message structure. I can say I can simply relate to like the skeleton of the message, where the message structure will go and fit. So see, now what I have explained XML to JSON, JSON to XML, XML to CSV. But now when we are going with CSV to XML, unless until we have the XSD, we cannot move forward. Means okay, CSV is converting to XML, but system should know in what format CSV is going to convert. What is the format of that? What is the structure of that XML message? So that system should be aware. I'll just see. I'll delete this one. CSV to XML, the very first one. Okay. If you select CSV to XML, if you see, it will ask for a XML schema. XML schema in sense, it will ask for an XSD. So what is the structure of the message? It's going to be changed. Okay. So even though we just have only the CSV file, but we should have the XML schema also. So for that, what we know, since we already have, the target table should give the schema. If we are going to convert to some the XML structure of target system, they will need to share the XML structure which we need to get converted. For now, for training purpose, so we have this XML, right? So we can convert this XML into an XSD using online tools. You can just type XML to XSD converter. You'll get this Liquid Technologies website. You just paste it, remove this one, and then you can generate the structure. You can say the structure, you can say the schema, you can tell XSD, different names. So this is the XSD which we have generated for the field. It means like under records line will come, under line the 4 fields are going to come. See, you will not get any data in the XSD. So now we can copy this one. I'll just put it in a notepad. And I'll just save it. Okay. So now, say even though our input will be say CSV, the input we are giving CSV file only. I'll just change it this one. So I'll copy this one. See what I'll do. I'll not change anything. Okay. Let it be like this one. So here what I'm going to do, I have given this XML, I have converted it to CSV here. No? Okay. So what I'm going to do, so here I'll just amend both the iflows in one single structure. Single iflow means like, so in this content modifier, I have given the XML. So this XML will be converted to CSV, and again in the same iflow, just for training purpose I'm telling, the CSV will be converted back to the XML. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll immediately use the opposite converter. Initially, it was like XML to CSV, right? Sorry. XML to CSV, and then the opposite of that. It was slash record slash line slash okay. So now in the CSV to XML converter, in the processing, I need to give the schema. Schema means the skeleton of the message. I mean we need to give the XSD structure, which we generated using the online tool. So I'll be loading that. So for loading, you need to upload it from the your local machine. Or if you have anything in the system, it will just show it here. Since we do not have any XSDs in this particular iflow, it is showing us no resource available. Okay, I'll show you how it will reflect. Okay, now I'll just tell the example. See, click somewhere in the white space. So now I have stopped the iflow there. You can add it here also under resources. Just go to add schema XSD. Here you can upload it. It will be there in the iflow. It's not, I'm not going to use. Just click on desktop schema. Okay, I have added. So now what will happen? So I'm just clicking somewhere in white space. Under resources, as you see, there is already a schema uploaded. Now just I have uploaded. So now I'll go back to the CSV to XML converter. Click on processing. And the XML schema, I'll click on select. If you see earlier, it was like no resources available, but now there is a resource available with name schema. So I'm just selecting it. It means like both ways. Either you can upload it here, it will be in resources tab, or you can upload it in the resources tab. It will come here and get reflected. Okay, you can make use of that. So now path to the target element in existing. The same path slash record slash line. Okay. Now what we will do, we will just save it as a version. And then deploy it. Okay, we'll go back to the monitoring. I'll send back to this one. So we'll just go back. I'll enable the trace mode. Let me deploy it again. Can you see? I'll just tell you step by step. So this is a start timer, which we have used to deploy the airflow. In the content modifier, we'll be given the payload, but it will be reflected in the next step. Means outbound side, it will be reflected. So here, so in the content modifier, this is the input which we have given. So in next step, what we did, we have converted the XML to CSV. So this XML structure will be converted to a CSV format. You see, this is the CSV format. Oh, remove data. One minute. I think here I suppressed. I'll enable it and it will be clear. I'll have enabled for just better better idea. Okay, I've deployed it. Just go back to the monitoring here. Now click on trace. So now to see. So this is the XML structure, okay, which we are given as the input. So now that will be converted to a CSV format with field name. If there are many structures, it will be, you'll get under this like ABC 1 2 3. You'll get some like under the below D or something. You'll get the list of the fields. So now what we are doing, we're converting the CSV again back to the XML. Can you see? We got back the XML. So whatever we gave in the beginning, what we did in the flow, we converted to CSV, and again from the CSV, we got back to the XML. It means like I just combined both the CSV and the XML in the same message. You getting, guys?
Karan, can you beautify this XML?
Yeah. Let's go here. One minute, I'll change it.
So it gave.
Yeah, I'll change it. There is some mistake. Sorry. This is correct. And they exclude first line. Now you get it. Means what happened means even the first line here, if you see the first line, even it treated this also as a data. So it appended this structure. So now if you see, I'll go back. 912. So this is the input. This is the CSV.
Yeah, got it. Yeah.
Understood, right? It means we just misled the system line. So the field names also you treated as the one letter data line. So now if you beautify, I just got whatever I gave back.
Yeah, understood.
Likewise,
Thank you.
any data format, I mean either it, see, but the most preferred way now in the integration means it is the data format is JSON, where it is lightweight, easy to use. So 90% of the cases we are using JSON only. So just telling. So if there are, but in the message mapping and all, whenever using message mapping, the output will be XML only. So in the such cases, what we do before going to message mapping, we use this XML JSON to XML, and again after message mapping, what we use again the same message XML to JSON. You getting right? So whenever it is required there and then we can make use of this.
Yeah.
Clear?
Yes, correct.
Any questions on content modifier or converter so that we can move on to the next topic? If you're clear, I think somebody has joined. Tausif, you are there? Hello?
Yeah, I think Tausif joined.
Hello, Tausif, are you hearing me? Are you hearing me? Tausif, if you're speaking, you're on mute. Hello? Hello, Tausif? Okay, leave it. Maybe he's some survey or something. We can continue with our topic. You know, to not wait till then. So now, so if any one of you can open your account and share your screen, I can guide you guys. So how to create a trial account. For one person, I can tell how to create a sub account, the credentials, how to get the credentials, everything. So rather than me creating, because it lasts for a mobile number, it lasts for OTPs and all. Like some number should be dedicated to your mail ID and all. So I can guide for one person, so the other person can follow the video, or you can connect with him.
Yeah, I'm sharing my screen, Karan.
Okay, just give me a minute. I'll have some water and come. In the meantime, I can share your screen. It's cockpit, not cloud connector. SAP BTP cockpit. So SAP's PaaS platform, I mean like platform as a service, will be the BTP. Earlier it was SCP. Okay, SAP is nothing but SAP Cloud Platform. So that name they change it to SAP BTP. BTP in the sense SAP Business Technology Platform.
అట్లా
ఇంకా
మ్యూట్ లేదు.
or else I will share my screen.
No, it's sharing. Yeah, now which one should I click?
You
Karan?
click on trial home.
Trial home. Okay.
You can click on Singapore, something like that.
Yeah. Singapore.
Yeah. And whatever the account is, country is near to you.
Okay.
You just take for 2 to 3 minutes for creating the global account, sub account, and all.
Karan, is this, I mean, how long it would be available?
See, if you are actively
This
using
trial
it
account?
for 1 year, 2 years also, it will be there for 1 year, I can say. The only thing is you should be using this account. See, many people like they'll think like they want to learn CPI, they create an account and they'll may keep it unused for a month or two, and then what will happen? It will become inactive. So that is why.
Okay.
So initially it will show for you're having some 30 days. So when like if you're using the account continuously, it means on and off, like once in a week or once or twice in a week. So account will be active. So automatically your account will be upgraded, and you can see this account pending some 365 days something. And even beyond that, if you are using continuously, it will be extended.
Oh, super.
Okay.
Yeah, continue. Now you need to create a sub account. Continue. Yeah, go to your trial account. Now
Okay.
you create a sub account here, new sub account.
Create here, right?
Yes, sub account.
Yeah. Here it is my name.
You can
Name only, right? Correct?
anything you can do, no issues. Yeah,
Pardon?
it is just a sub account name, display name only. You can give it. Yeah, region, you can select some region and create.
CPI Narendra Palasani. Should I give like this? Is it okay?
Yeah, no issues.
Okay. Region Singapore. Okay. Parent is okay.
Can you click on the
Create,
region?
right? Pardon?
Can you click on the region again? Drop down.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. You can click on Singapore and you can click on create. A new sub account should be created now.
Yeah, it is getting created.
Yeah, click on that.
This one?
Yeah, click on once that account is created, just click on it. It's
Yeah.
still loading.
Okay. Karan, you're based out of what? I mean, like Hyderabad or Bangalore, something like that.
Yeah, I'm from from Andhra.
Okay. Yeah.
Just click on
Yeah,
that.
it is created.
Click on your name. Just click on your name.
Okay. Okay.
Can you click on this enable cloud foundry? It's not enabled. Yeah, create. The directly can create.
Do we need to? Okay.
Nothing you like, you just create directly.
Yeah. Do we need to click on create space?
No, space is not required. Just go to the left side. It's showing you. I mean, every time they'll keep on upgrading.
Yeah.
Just
Here.
no. Just maximize each and everything. You see, I want the entitlement something. Now click on one by one. I want something called entitlements.
This one.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now here it's showing icons for you. I don't know.
Yeah.
Configure entitlements.
Okay. Add service plan.
Click on, yeah, add service plans. Now click on integration suite. Unit select for integration suite. In search you can select. Yeah, click on
Integration suite, right?
Yes.
Yeah. It is showing like this.
It's already there. Just go for second one. You see.
It is showing same for me.
Now click on both and no, every time they'll keep on upgrading this thing. So then
Yeah.
it's done. The left hand side, you want to go on see subscriptions actually. Can you click each icon and see if there are subscriptions? Because for me, it's showing names. I don't know for you, it's showing symbols on the left side.
Here.
Instances and
something called
subscriptions,
the
right, Karan?
Sorry?
Instances and subscriptions, right?
Yes, yes. We need to create an instance.
Yeah, there only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing. You can click on leave page. You need to create an instance. Come down. Just in the top, you can click on create. There. Create an instance.
Which one should we select here?
That's CPI or something. Integration of CPI Consultant.
It's not coming anything.
No, just select, come down.
Uh,
Cloud Foundry Runtime.
okay.
Standard.
Yeah.
Why it's showing in red? So it's already created. Cancel. But it's very simple. I mean, we need to create an instance and account, that's it. And we need to assign the roles to that.
But it is not enabling the create, right? Here.
Just go back.
Back.
For 5-10 minutes. If it's not possible, I'll create an account and share the directory with the branches.
Okay. Yeah.
Just go back once. We'll see once.
Back, you want me to click back?
Here only you can select that 75 trial you have, right? In the middle one, you can click that one.
Which one? This one?
Yes.
You want me to try this one?
No, just no, the above one. Click on down one. This is then CPI trial. No, you always click on the name, the trial name.
Yeah.
Click on instance. Already there's an instance. Go top. Go to the top. Top. You had number 2, right? Yeah, that one. Yeah. Scroll up.
Yeah, it is already there. Cloud Foundry. Okay. Scroll up.
Here you need to have the integration suite.
Okay. You want me to create here?
Yeah, try to create. I think it again shows the same. I think. Scroll down. See if there is an integration.
Integration should be there.
Yeah. Click on that. Create.
Integration suite, it is not showing to me.
After when subscribe, just click on integration suite.
Yeah.
Click on integration suite.
So we need not create here now again.
Or you can click on go to application, but now since you do not have the roles, now you have created the click on that.
Okay.
Karan, I am not getting this
No.
integration suite.
Oh, you will get it. Either 2 or 4 units.
Looks like you do not have access to the.
Now what is the issue means? Just a basis issue means you do not have the roles assigned to your email ID or you created the mail ID, right? So for that email ID, you do not have the sufficient roles to access the cloud application. So for that, what you need to know means it's not only for creating the trial account, but even in the runtime, you need to know like how to assign the users and how to assign the roles. Okay.
Okay.
You can go back to trial account, the third tab, the previous tab. Yeah. Click on that. Now on the left hand side, you'll be seeing something called roles collection symbol. Can you see? Left side.
Here you are saying. Okay.
Yeah. The bottom, from the bottom 1 or 2, you can see that icons.
Security, yeah. This one only.
Yeah, click on that. Yeah.
Yeah, security role.
On role collections. You need to assign certain roles to your user.
I can assign myself?
Yes, you can assign this. Not only to yourself, if you want to give some, see like, now Govardhan is also working, right? So if you want to add Govardhan's mail ID, so you can add Govardhan's mail ID and both of you can work in the same tenant.
Ah, okay.
So these are all the rows. Just click on plus on the top. Just you can click like CPI underscore rows. Need to see how they are change the path or not. Okay, create. Now you can go on.
Role collection.
Yeah, then you can click on the CPI rows. You have in the fifth one something, fifth row something.
Yeah.
Click there.
Yeah.
Click on edit. Now in the roles, you can search for these roles. Not on the roles. Under the users, come down. Under the users, can you select if your user is here? Under the user, under ID, please give your mail ID.
My mail ID?
Yeah, your email ID. Yeah, that's it. You can just give us, it will automatically come. Same, you copy and give it in the email.
Okay.
Same.
Yeah.
Now you just need a role and you just assign this one. Now for that role collection, you need to assign the roles actually.
Okay. So how can I get it?
I can go back to this one, the roles page.
Here, roles.
Yeah, roles. I think roles or users will be changing very regularly. Can you go back to users? Sorry.
Okay.
You have 3 roles, like a business expert, administrator, and integration developer. You got 2 actually. created 2 accounts. Huh? Intelligence.
I think this is of my
Santosh cleaning
Yeah,
guitar.
company.
WhatsApp.
You can click on the second
Huh?
one. Click on the
Second
second
one.
one. Yeah. There you click on edit. Click on the 3 dots or something. Edit.
No,
Oh,
it is deleted there.
Scroll down.
Shall I delete this?
No, don't delete. Don't delete. Scroll down.
Okay.
Here in the role collection, just you can search.
What should I search here?
Search for CPI, whatever you created now. Can you give me access? We are in the last step actually.
Okay. Can you?
Because
Yeah.
every now and then they'll be changing these things.
Yeah.
I did yesterday also. Yeah. Now everything is done, but for that CPI roles, we need to add those roles actually.
Okay.
No roles I can see, right?
Yeah.
I mean, what has happened? CPI roles has been assigned to your user, but for the under the CPI role collection, we do not have any roles. You can see, no roles have been assigned to this role, but there are 3.
Okay.
We need to add some 3 roles here. Every time they'll be changing the path. Let's go for same roles, right?
Why there are 2 email IDs coming for me, Karan? Any idea?
Maybe you did somewhere duplications happen. Here for this, we need to add the roles. Let's click on edit. I am not getting integration roles at all. something wrong. We'll just try for another 5-10 minutes. It's not, I'll just stop.
Yeah, okay. Is there any other way I get access, Karan?
No, I'll try to use, or else I'll sort it out tomorrow.
Oh, fine.
Even yesterday I tried, but maybe for different people it shows differently.
Yeah.
Only we have 3 roles, like business expert, administrator, integration developer. Those 3 roles we need to add to your user.
Okay.
But I'm not able to see those roles. I don't see integration at all.
Yeah.
Okay, you can just stop your screen. I'll just show mine. Okay.
Yeah.
That's all. Okay, this is a copy. I just explained, right? So for me, it shows like this. You're able to see Narendra?
Yes, we can see your screen. Correct.
See, for you, it was like completely symbols, right? So for me, it used to show like this. If you click on the roles, let me see. Session has expired. Just reload that.
Okay.
No, nothing to worry. If I'll just create
Karan,
a yeah, please.
my cockpit is showing exactly like you.
Okay.
But I'm not able to find that integration suite and all in the subscriptions.
I'll tell you. Okay. Maybe I'll solve that issue and tell you.
Okay.
See here, this is there, right? I'll just show you. So here, what we have did. So in the trial account, we just created an instance called integration suite. This other thing, we created an instance called CPI here. Okay. You can directly click on integration suite. It will open here once you added the roles. So now I'll just go back to the roles section only. See here in the roles, just scroll down. I'll just show how it will look like. Okay. See, let us think if I click on this, just scroll down, it will show all these rows. Can you see in the right side? For this user, I have given all those roles like API management, API portal, authorization group, CPI roles. I have added myself. So these are the roles which we require. I'll just put in the chat. Maybe if you can come across after the class is over also, you can search for these roles. PI administrator, PI business expert, and PI integration developer. Okay, these are the 3 important roles which we need to basic roles for as an integration developer. So once we add these roles to our mail ID, see my mail ID is cpit45@gmail.com. So for this email ID, I have given those 3 roles. So for Narendra, now everything is done. The only thing is for your role or mail ID, we need to assign the roles. Maybe somewhere if you miss something, it is not showing. We need to check from the beginning actually. So it will consume the time. So I'm just bypassing that. So we'll figure out that. Okay. You can check from your side as well. If it's not working, if it's not at all completely out of hand, we can create a complete new account. Okay. I'll create and give the credentials.
Okay. Yeah.
The only thing we need to learn know here is here. I'll just show you. We can assign as many mail IDs as we want. If you see, there are many people. These are all for previous batches. We can create many mail IDs here. See, I can assign one more user. Let me think. I can tell your name. Narendra dot.
No, it is Naren Balasani. NERENBALASANI.
BALA.
No, there is no dot. There is no dot. SANI. Yeah, correct.
I'm not giving role, I'm just creating it.
So if you, I mean, like you are creating sub account for me.
No, there will be no sub account. Yeah, I'm just giving you access. This is how basis people will give you access.
Okay.
So now what happened in this page under your security? So the only thing, even if in an interview, some people will ask like whether you know about the roles, how to create the role. So everything will be under security. You're getting under security, we'll be having roles, collections, everything there we can create.
Okay.
So under roles collection here, what we do, like whenever we want to create, I mean, let us think we're working on the same project, we want to give some for junior, so we want to give the access and all, we can give it here. So, and we can control the access also. Like if you want to give only read-only access, we can give the business expert role. So they cannot edit anything. So now if you see, if I click on your this one, no roles will be there. Can you see? There are no roles to your ID. So you cannot access anything. You can see no roles has been assigned to this user it. So I want to assign here I can assign directly. See, it should show like this for me.
So if you give me the rules, so I can access.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
I'll give you can access directly. So I have given this PA administrator, PI business integration as an role collection. So this was not reflecting for your account. I mean, when I tried in with your mail ID, so now you can try, it will work for you.
Okay.
This Gmail ID, you can access this tenant. There is no password, anything. You can just give forget password something, you get a pop-up to your mail ID and you can access this tenant. You're getting right? Hello?
I'm checking, Karan, I'm checking.
Yeah. Now, similar way, I'm just telling the concept of how to create, how to give the access to other people, how to create the roles and how to control the tenant. Let us think like maybe you are the manager and you want to control complete the tenant and you need to have the grip on all the resources who is working. So you can give the access, you can remove the access, you can assign the different roles, you can do this. And all these are basis activities, but still, since we are working on cloud, we should also be aware like what they are doing. And let us think we have some doubt like say how the things will happen means if you go to trace mode, you'll not be able to see the data also, the message content. It means like here are not given access. Then straight away, you can go here and check what are the roles which roles your user is having. No, if your email ID is right, you can make access this one.
How can I check, Karan, from my side if I
no, just give your mail ID, you forget password. That's it. Your Naren Balasani something is it, right? You can give that and you can select it.
No. I logged in. So I logged into the BTP cockpit with my mail ID.
Okay. Not only BTP, you can directly go now. You can you share your screen?
Yeah.
So we'll sort this issue today. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in my BTP cockpit now.
No, this is not your account, right?
This is narenbalasan@gmail.com only.
I think this is the one which we created just now.
Yeah.
No, you're getting confused on both the things. You should log into my account, not to your account.
Oh, I should log into your account. Okay.
Yeah, my tenant.
Oh, but you have given me the rules, right? So
why given the roles. No, you're not able to access. No, I'm thinking like the one which we have created just now, it is getting overlapped. Can you log out this one and log in again?
Okay.
You're getting just 10 minutes back, we created some account, right?
Yeah.
Are both the same mail ID same?
Yeah, mail ID same. Yes.
Oh. If you can give some other mail ID, I can create so that it will not create unnecessary confusion.
So you want me to log in with other mail ID?
Try with this. If it's not working, you can give, I mean, maybe it will create some
Okay.
duplication. You can give me a new one. For me, just a 1 minute job. I'll just assign and give it to you back.
Yeah. Shall I click on this one?
Yeah, click on that. But this is the earlier one, Narendra, actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I don't think means it's going to the other one only. Click on subscriptions. We'll try this. If it's not working, just give me other mail ID. I'll just assign. You can try
Okay.
it.
I will send you. Yeah.
It's not working, I think.
Yeah.
It's going to the other one only.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, you can ignore. Okay, just give me the screenshot. I'll just explain everything. So I'll tell you one more thing: how to get the credentials. Now I said you how to what is that? How to give the access to other users, right? So like here, you can give the access to other users. So now I'll tell you one more thing, like how to get the auth credentials from the cockpit tab, which base system will be sharing us. So we should also know. Click on the integration suite trial. Scroll down. Instance and subscriptions. If you see for CPI, I mean for different we have, I mean for training also created 3.1. So we need to create an instance. So here what I created an instance called CPI. Can you see? CPI, under CPI, I need to create a service key. Just click on create, and so I'll just show how to create a service key also. Okay. So after creating the instance called CPI, you can give any name, meaningful name. Under the meaningful name, just go to here, the 3 dots. You can click on create service key. Service key is already there, but now I'm not just okay. Just give any name, any something like A, B, C, I'm just giving, and you can directly create. For now, I don't want to mess this up since already there is a service key. You can give some name and no need to give any parameter. Just click on create directly. So my service key is already there. Can you see? I created a service key called CPI trial. So now I will click on the CPI trial service key. So as soon as I click on the CPI trial, I can see a JSON message here. Can you see? So this is called auth credentials. Means the client will have this client ID, client secret, URL, and the token URL. Okay. It means like ideally what will happen means, so it should work like, so you guys are aware of Postman tool, right?
Yeah.
See, from the Postman, we need to access this URL first, this token URL. And then what will happen? We will get a header. We'll get a token. And then token, using that token, we need to access. This is the concept of auth authentication. Like instead of giving the essence, like there is chances like username and password can be copied. So what it will be like, we need to just do a post call for this URL and get a token and then access this using this client ID and client secret. But I don't know, there is some loophole or something. But directly this client ID and client secret are working directly as a username and password. So how to use? So just go there, authorization, basic authorization. Just use your client ID and client secret directly of your tenant.
Okay.
So let us think if some source people they're asking, okay, give me CPI credentials. It means like you should not give your credentials. You need to give your tenant credentials. Tenant credentials means this client ID and client secret. You need to give these credentials. So client ID will be your username and client secret will be your password.
Okay.
Okay, if you can directly download this JSON file and you can just share it with them and ask them to use this client ID in the username tab and the client secret in the password tab. Okay.
Okay.
If you're clear, then we'll move on to the CPI screen. We'll get back.
Yeah, please.
Okay.
Actually, I'm facing the challenge to create this account. So I mean, I'll try today. I mean, if there is an issue, you may have to guide me tomorrow.
We'll fix it tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Meanwhile, you can just give your any unique email IDs to Aditi, so I can create the account and give the access to you. Okay.
Okay.
So now that we have covered the content modifier topic, and we have covered the what is that converters topic, like XML to JSON, JSON to XML, XML to CSV, CSV to XML. So all these 4 converters I have showed you how to deploy and how to use. So now we'll move on. I'll explain you about the filter concept as well. How to filter the data. So for that, I need some XML. Maybe I'll take some break for 5-10 minutes. After that, I'll explain. So before that, just give me a minute. I'll just get the filter XML message. Can this be right? Okay, I'll try to explain with the same XML only. So I said you like we need to explain about. I'm going to explain about filter. So let us think. I want to filter the data. So filter means it will be applicable only for XML messages. Okay. I'll just create one more iFlow by name called filter. Okay. We'll go for filter now. I'll click on edit. Use the timer. So filter, if you see, this is only a single option. So it's like we can extract the data, like we can get the any node or any, like, see, this is the XML. You can forget about all these things. It's not required. So this is the XML. So let us think I want to pull the data out, like ABC, I want to pull it, or I want to pull only this field 1 data, or I want to fill segments, or I want to pull a complete data. So such things like I can filter out the XML message in whatever the way I want, depending on the requirement. So the name itself suggests filter. What it is mean like it is used to filter the data. Okay. So to filter the data, we will be using this filter option. So click on filter. So before that, I'll just use an XML, sorry, to give the input message. I'll use a content modifier. So we have these credentials now, right? 1 minute. So let me trigger from Postman itself. So it will be, I'll just show the credentials as well. So what I'll do, I'll copy these credentials. I'll show the credentials as well, that's right. I'll just copy these credentials. So this will be my username. And client secret will be my tenant's password. Copy. And I'm just putting it here. Okay. So now what I'll do in order to send to the Postman, I want to use it as an API. So I want to generate an endpoint URL. So now here content modifier is not required in my case. So I'll just use directly the filter. Okay, I'll remove the start timer as well. I'll just go to this start message. This is like I'm sending from the source system. Okay, and then from the sender to the start, I'll be using this HTTPS. If I want to trigger from the postman. So in the connection tab, I'll remove this CSRF protected. Why? Because it will stop the unauthorized systems accessing CPI. So I'll just uncheck this one, and in the address, I'll just give this filter. I'll just put some like unique name. I'll just filter 5. Okay, this is my endpoint unique name. Okay, and the conditions you don't do anything because it will be like the same, the body maximum body size. So here I'll save it as a version, and then I will deploy it. Sorry, I'm not given anything in filter. I'll remove this filter now because I'm just generating the endpoint URL. So that is why I'll just deploy it. Now if I go to the monitoring tab, I'll get the endpoint URL here. See, if it is in starting state means still the system is executing this. So we need to wait for a minute. So every time it should be in started state. Even before it is in started state, if we do some deployment, if it tests a message, it will not work properly. So we should be patient until it moves to started state. And now it's started, so it's not yet deployed correctly. And I didn't get the endpoint URL. Let me do it, do some dummy change and do it. Connection. Save as a version. And then I'll deploy it. Why is it behaving strange? Just 2 minutes, guys. So what happened? Let me create a new one. It's not working for some reason. I just forget it. Consent. Yeah, now I got it. So that is some memory issue or something. So now this is the endpoint URL for our iFlow. I'll just copy this and put it in the Postman. Okay. So in the Postman, I'll be giving this my data for the XML message. So this is my data. So I'll just go to raw. I have already selected XML. So this will be an XML message. So now I can trigger it. Okay. Since iFlow is already there, I'll get the same response. Why? Because CPI by default acts as a synchronous message. I have already explained that. I mean, a synchronous message means. So now if you see, let me remove all this unnecessary ones. So by default, message is coming from Postman. It is hitting start message, and the same message is hitting end. It means like whatever the message will hit the end message, and if there is no anything to be posted, that response will be sent back again to the sender. So since Postman is the sender here, the same whatever Postman has sent, the same message we got it back. Now we'll see, we'll do different types of transformations or using the filter, and we'll see how it is behaving. Okay. For that, I'll just click on edit, click on content, this one message transformers, click on filter, just place it on the line. Okay. See, under processing, you have this XPath expression and value type. Under value type, we'll be having some around 5 options called node list, node, integer, boolean, and string. So I'll explain you one by one. So for now, I'll select as node. Okay. So XPath expression means we need to give the path of that field. So now I'll select this one /records/ I need to give this XPath line. I'll give field 1 as well. Okay. I'm just given the value called value type is called node. So now what will happen? Now we don't need to see it in the trace mode. Why? Because we can get the response in the Postman tool itself. Because I'm sending the message from Postman, it's coming here. Data is getting filtered in the filter palette option, and the same message is reaching end. So it will be filtered, and the response we can see it in Postman. So I'll deploy it here. It's triggered for deployment. So now I can come to Postman. See, this is my request message. The record line, there are 4 fields of data. So now if I trigger the message from Postman, if you can see, I got only the field node. Why? Because I have given only this one. You're getting, guys?
Yes, Karan.
So similarly, see, let us think. I'll give it as string for an example. I'm telling. Because I know I want this value, ABC value, I want to pull it out. So what I given, I just see XPath is same, only the value type I have changed as string. Now I'll deploy it. See, always whenever you make even a small change, you need to save it and deploy it. And then only either source team, either the sender or source or the Postman, anything, they can trigger, they can test. So you just say, do the changes if you save, and then if you trigger, it will not reflect unless until you deploy it. So I have deployed it. Now I'm clicking on send. If you see, I got ABC outside. Because this is a string. You're getting right?
Yes.
You
Yes.
can ask me any questions if you have any doubts.
And Karan, once we get this string, can we do any other subsequent operation in the next step?
Yeah, you can do any.
String?
Yeah, you can do. See, not only see, it's not like filter you use again you stop. Then again you can use any other option based on the string also.
No, based on that string value, can we put a condition kind of step after this?
You mean I didn't get it?
No, I mean we got ABC, right?
Yes.
I mean, can we add a condition next to this step that if it is ABC, do go to this flow. If it is 1, 2, 3, go to this flow kind of.
Yeah, we
condition
have
can be put.
that we have complete this one routers. You're setting like condition that we can do. We have the router concept.
Oh, okay.
That is there. Like if else condition, we have that routing. You can see this diamond shape box, right? So if you see there, the name itself for message routing. For all the conditions, you can go out there. Okay. So for filter, see now I want to tell you. See here it is string. We got the string, but now I change the data. So something 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this is not string. This is a number. Now if you see, I'm not doing anything. If I click on send, I'll get. Not get. It's an integer, right? One second. See, normally the concept is, so if there is a value called, if there is a string here, then you need to use this string. If there is an integer here, then you need to use it as an integer. But for integer also it is coming like that. Maybe they have updated it. See, let us think. I'm using this integer here. Okay. But here we have only ABC, something like something. Okay. For field 1. So, but what I have given integer. Means it is looking for an integer, but there is no integer value here. I'll deploy it. There is no integer value. What will happen? It will not return anything. There will be blank value. I click on send. See, I'll not get anything. Message is successful. Everything is fine, but it will not return anything. You're getting? I explained about node. I explained about integer. I explained about string. So similarly, I'll explain one more thing called Boolean. See, you would have about like Boolean, right? Boolean is nothing but true or false. What it will do means it will check for the text path. It means that field it will check. If it is existing, it will return true. If it doesn't exist, then simply it will return false. You're getting? So see, I just put Boolean. I'll save as a version. I'll deploy it. So now what will look? It will look for this XPath, whether this XPath is there in our message structure or not. Like records line field 1. So records line field 1 is there. Now if I do as a trigger the message, I'll get the output as true. Can you see? The output is true. Now what I'll do, I'll change this field 1 to something field 5. I'm just changing the segment. Now what is happening? There is no field 1 in our message. So now if I do a send, I'll get it as false. So very simple change means it will look for that XML, it will look for that field. The field is there, it's okay. If the field is not there, then it will return false. Clear till now? I'll move on to this in the node list if it's clear. But if you are having any questions, you can get now.
Karan, could you please explain it once again?
See, Boolean means true or false. You can relate to true 0 or 1 or true or false. It means what it will do.
Correct.
See, later you want to check, okay, there are some 1,000 fields of data. You want to check whether this field is there or not. So now we cannot go manually and check. So that what you can do, you can use the filter it will not filter any data. It will only check for that field. So now 4 fields of data is there. Okay, as soon as we see by human eye, we'll know, okay, field 1 is there. If 1000 fields are there, we cannot go and check, okay, whether field 1 is there or not. So for that, we can do this one. So now field 1 is not there because I have changed 5 to 3, 4. So now what will happen? I given same. It will return the output as false. And based on this false, we can do our conditions. That is in next step. That is different.
Oh,
Now what
okay.
I'll
If we
do-
send field 5,
Yeah.
then it will return true, but it will not return the value of it. That is what.
Yes,
you're
exactly. See, I'll change it for 5. One.
Okay.
I will save as version. I will deploy it. Now if you click on send, it will return. It will not filter any data. It will return. It will just check whether that XPath is there or not. If that XPath is there, then okay. If that XPath is not there, it will return false.
Okay, got it.
Getting right?
Yeah.
So there is one more concept called node list. If you want complete data, complete structure, that node completely, then I can go for this node list. Everything. And you see, I got a complete node. That line node, I got completely. This is node. If you want to get the name itself says node and node list. If you want one node, then you can go for node. If you want the list of nodes, then you can go for this one, node list. See, very simple. I'll tell you. If you want this field, this name of this field, then you can go for either string or you can go for integer, depending on the value. If you want to check whether this field exists or not, then you can go for Boolean. If you want only the node name, only this particular node, then you can go for node. If you want all the list of nodes, whatever the list of nodes is there, you want all the list of nodes, you want to remove this records or something, then you can go for node list. So these are all the 5 options which are, which is given by SAP to the CPI developer.
Okay.
Clear about all these things?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So just give me 5 minutes, guys. I'll be back. Okay. I'll be back in 5 minutes. Hello. Hello. Narendran Govardhan, you're there? Hello.
Yeah, I can. I think just give 2 minutes. Govardhan is joining.
Okay, no problem. You can take it.
Hello. Yeah, Karan, you can start. Karan.
Yeah, okay. So I think I have explained about the filters, right? What is, I'll just reiterate what I have said. I've already explained about converters and I explained about the filters as well. And there is one more small topic, which is called XML modifier. Okay. See, in the bottom, you'll be having one more function. It's a very small topic. I'll just show what is that. So XML modifier means, so the same concept, I'll explain you. So same, the body here having. So what will happen? So what is the XML tag? So let us think there is an XML tag. Okay. But these target people, they don't want this XML tag. So I want to remove this XML tag. So earlier we used to write a code even for that. So like to skip first line or something, we used to write the Groovy script for that, and we used to execute that. But now in the recent times, SAP has given this added this option called XML modifier. Okay, using this palette option, we can just, if you see here, remove the XML declaration. For this is DTDs. This is for B2B scenario that I'll explain later. So remove XML declaration means if you just check this one, to remove the XML tag. So now if you see, I have added this tag, right? If you see in the response, this tag will be removed. I'm just saving it. And then I'm deploying it. Go back, click on send. I think there is some issue with this XML. Let me get one proper XML. So that is the one which I created manually. No, see, the issue was with like there was some single quotes, so it just replaced with the double quotes. So now this is the actual XML tag, which will be there mandatorily. So if you do some message mapping, message mapping class, I'll explain you tomorrow. So if you do the message mapping also, by default, this tag, you'll get this header tag. Okay. So if you want to remove this header tag, you can make use of this XML modifier. Okay. Using this XML modifier, you can use this. So what I did in the iFlow, it's simple, very basic, simple. Okay. See, message is coming from Postman. I use the XML modifier. I just use this one, remove XML declaration. So these are the cases because in the whatever the options we are using it here. So this will be very much useful in the real-time scenarios. Okay. So this is the XML input I have given. So if you click on send, so by default, if you see, this tag has been removed. Whatever the headers I'm getting, it has removed that XML declaration. Are you guys clear about this?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, correct. Clear about this.
Okay. So now I'll explain, we have another 30 minutes of time. So I'll explain one or two more topics. So which is called, yeah. So if you see under process, we have the three process, okay, which is one is called integration process, the other one is called local integration process, and we have one more called exception subprocess. Okay, so integration process is nothing but the which we are working. If you see, this is the integration process. Okay, and it's not always mandatory like we should use only one integration process for one iFlow. We can use one or more integration process also. See, for an example, I can click here and paste one more integration process. Okay, I can relate this both integration process using some process director adapter, so that I'll tell you later. I have said you right, or didn't I say about process direct? Hello?
Yeah, correct.
No, did I say you about process director adapter?